Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 5 of Restart Your Heart, pushing past the quitting points. Every day, someone is going to be going through devotional, and we will walk you through one day. I encourage you to go back and catch up on the previous days if you haven't already done so. So this morning, my topic is pushing past the quitting points. And before I get started, I just feel like I wanted to say that this day, I felt like today I got set up, because this is how I felt in the past. I felt like quitting many, many times. And then after I feel like quitting, I keep on going and I keep on pushing. And I really hope, and I prayed before I started, that I would encourage somebody, and I hope I really encourage you this morning. So it's day 5, pushing past the quitting points. When I think of pushing past the quitting points, I think of one word. I think of perseverance. And perseverance basically is getting to the point where you feel like you can't go any further, and then you just keep on going. You get to the point where you feel like you just can't go one more day, and then you just keep on going. That is the topic. That is, I don't know if anybody else has felt that, but I have. I used to struggle with this. When I was younger in college, I changed my major. I don't remember how many times, maybe 5 or 6 times. And I changed because I took a class and it got too hard and I wanted to quit. And so I changed my major. And because of that, it took me, I crammed 5.5 years into a 4-year degree. Yes, I struggle. I'm a recovering quitter. And I'm just want to tell you that if you ever feel like quitting, just remember that that feeling of quitting is just a feeling. Perseverance is a character quality. Perseverance is the ability to keep on going after you get to that point. Here's how I think. So I'm read about perseverance, and I thought to myself, I'm going to get to the point where I feel like quitting. I wasn't there yet, but I mentally prepared myself. I thought, well, I know I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to feel like quitting. I may not be there yet, but when I get there, I just got to keep on going and keep on trying. And that's how I mentally prepared myself for doing something. So I would get to before I got to the point, because you don't really understand perseverance until you've been through something that you've had to persevere through. You have to almost go through it first to understand what it really means. And that's what I had to. I wasn't there yet a couple years ago, but I prepared myself. I thought, I'm not there yet. I'm not sure what that means, that quitting point, but I know I'm going to get to it. And when I get to it, then I'm just going to have to keep on going. You just don't stop. You never, never, never quit. You never, ever, never quit. You just don't quit. You don't do it. It's just something that you don't do. You just don't quit. You just keep on going. And I don't know if there's anybody out there that's ever felt like quitting, or maybe I'm the only one that's struggled with quitting, but quitting a marriage, quitting a class, quitting a job, quitting a friendship, quitting a situation, maybe quit talking to your parents, or because they made you mad or they hurt you, or quit talking to your brother or sister because they made you mad or they hurt you. Just anybody who's ever felt like quitting anything. And if there's anybody out there that's felt like quitting, it's me. I felt like quitting. And maybe you have too. In this chapter, it talks about the children of Israel. And the children of Israel had a really hard time. They were making bricks. And this was a hard job. But not only was it hard, but Pharaoh made it even more difficult and made it even harder for them, because he took away the main ingredient, one of the main ingredients of making bricks. He took away their straw. So you want them to make bricks. He wants them to make bricks, but he's taking away the straw. So he's making the job even harder for them. And it was really hard at first. Now it just got harder. Really? You're going to make it even harder? I mean, we're slaves now, and now you're making us go get our own straw. We got to cut our own grass, let it dry out, and make our own hay. That's how they felt. They had to persevere through this very difficult time. Maybe they didn't have a choice, but you have a choice. You can choose whether or not you're going to quit. Quitting is a choice. Quitting is an emotional feeling. Quitting is just something that's temporary, that feeling of emotion that's going to go away. But persevering is a character quality. You can learn to persevere. You can learn to not quit. You can learn to keep going. That's why you just never, ever, ever quit. You never quit. You just keep on going. You get to the point where you can't go any further, and you just keep on going. You don't stop. It's just not an option. You don't do quit. You don't know what the word means. You just don't do it. And you have a choice. You have a choice. You don't have to quit. You can keep on going. It's going to get better. It's not always going to be, you're not always going to feel this way. Tomorrow's a new day. You can start over. Amen. And I really hope I encourage somebody this morning. And the end part of this devotional has a great way to persevere. And I wrote it down on a note card, and I'm going to keep it in my pocket or in my wallet and just pull it out and read it when I'm sitting in line or when I'm at the stoplight. And this is the words, or the application, basically. And the application is 3 words. It's relax, cast, and rest. RCR, relax, cast, and rest. So when you feel like quitting, you read these 3 Bible verses to yourself. You can do it in the mirror. You can do it sitting in the car. You can do it. You can read it silently at your desk at work. Psalm 116:7 says, "Return to your rest, O my soul, for the Lord has dealt bountifully with you." 1 Peter 5:6-7, cast. "Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you." And lastly, rest. Psalm 62:5, "My soul waits silently for God alone, for my expectation is from him." So if you haven't got to the point of quitting, you will. When you feel like quitting, you'll eventually feel like quitting. And that's when you just keep going. And I'm gonna quit this video, otherwise I'll just keep going. But I hope I encourage somebody today, and keep going. Don't stop. Amen. It's going to get better. You're going to get better. I believe it. God bless. Thank you for joining me. Take some time to read the devotional for yourself if you haven't already. Join us live again tomorrow at 7 a.m. with day 6. And you have a great weekend.